stuffed chicken with stuffing, and we're putting it in the oven. This is a real easy meal, easy prep time. We're gonna have corn. I'm gonna use frozen corn. It's real easy. The prep time on this, you don't have to pre-cook anything really, except for the stuffing. That's just a 5-minute thing. So as you can see here, you can use any kind of stuffing. I'm just using a plain brand stuffing. And then I always use Campbell's. Soup is good food. And it's great for a casserole. So cream of mushroom soup is what you're going to need, 1 can, okay? Now I have here 5 boneless, skinless thighs, and basically they're already cut in a way that I'm going to be able to just roll this up, right? So I'm going to prep everything right here. When we're done with it, it's just going to go in the oven, okay? So real quick, I'm going to grab my water and put it in this pot. I already have, on your stuffing mix, you'll see a different microwave directions, stovetop directions. I use the stovetop direction because all I do is I take the butter and I take the water and I put it in the pot, and then I add the stuffing, because this is going to be in the oven for about 15 minutes, okay? I preheat my oven. I've already set my oven over here on 350, and I've heated up my water and my butter, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in this little crock. Now you can make it on the stove if you want, but for showing you purposes, I'm going to do it right here, okay? And I'm making 2 boxes today, so I've basically used a stick of butter and 3 cups of water to do that. But like I said, follow your directions, because you know your directions are the one that you're going to want for this mix, okay? So you're just going to take your stuffing. Some of them, these little instant 5-minute ones, they already come seasoned, and you don't have the separate individual seasoning packet. You're just going to get it in there. Real simple, you just pour the bag in there. It's that easy. Like I said, this is one of those meals where you can just like kind of set it and forget it. Prep time isn't, I don't think, any longer. Well, we've been probably filming now for what, 5 minutes, if that, okay? So we're on our second bag of stuffing. Now, I recommend that if you have scissors or something, it'd probably be a little bit easier. This one's gonna be a little challenging, so I'm just gonna grab a knife, because even though I recommend scissors in the kitchen, I don't have a pair. But, you know, most mechanics drive broken cars. One benefit of this show is if you don't have it, you can use something in my kitchen to make it, right? So basically, we got our stuffing in there. Now I'm going to take a fork here, it's a larger fork, and I'm just going to get it all in the water and the butter here, so that I can just get it so that it's saturated and it's not so hot that when I grab it it's going to burn my fingers off, right? Because this really is just half of the prep, okay? So one of the reasons why I decided to do this show was because all my friends always love my cooking. It's quick. My son loves it. My niece loves it, my sister, everybody just loves my cooking. It's quick, it's fast, and you can get any kid to eat it usually, which is normal for this day and age. We're in the McDonald's era, right? So not only that, making home food for your family at home, it's a little bit less inexpensive. You can always have leftovers for you or your husband or partner or whoever for work the next day, you know. And so I've just mixed this up real thoroughly is what I've done. See, it's just like full of moisture here. Let me get you a better shot. There we go. Right? So it's all done. And I'm just going to let that cool for a minute. And while I let that cool, again, so I don't burn the heck out of myself, I'll just get these things out of the way. And I'm going to take my cream of mushroom soup. Now, with the cream of mushroom soup, I'm going to get a bowl that I can mix in only a half a cup of milk. I don't want a real liquidy soup. I want to bake it on top of the casserole, right? So let's see here. 10 ounces. Let me grab some milk here real quick. Out of the fridge. You know, it's nice and fresh here. We got a fresh full gallon of milk. Okay, and I'm going to put about a half a cup. There we go. And I'm going to add that to a small bowl. And I'm just going to mix it. I'm kind of just grabbing stuff as I go along because not everybody has everything that you're going to need, right? To do cooking with. I mean, I know I didn't even own a meat thermometer, but I still like to cook. I enjoy it, you know. Let me throw this corn right over here because we're going to be putting it on the stove soon. And let's get this mushroom soup going. So basically I'm just going to pop open the can. Real simple. Real simple. Simple is good, you know. We don't always have all the time we need these days. So the less time we are making dinner, the more time we can be helping the kids with homework, right? Okay. And if you don't have any kids, well, the more time you can do other stuff, right? So, making babies, right? There we go. Okay. The weight of the man's heart is through his stomach. Trust and believe that one. Okay. So we don't want this real lumpy. So I'm going to use a whisk here, just in a regular bowl. And we're going to get that soup going. There we go. I don't have all those fancy tools. I don't have a setup crew or anything yet, so I got to set up all this stuff with myself, you know, and since this is actually what it's going to look like for you to cook this in your kitchen, I might as well go along with the crowd, right? Okay, so here we go. We got that. It's done. Okay, I'm going to put the milk back in the fridge, get it out of my way. Cleanup time is real simple if you just kind of clean when you go along. Now I'm going to use this glass cutting board here to actually stuff my chicken. So let me grab a casserole dish that I'm going to bake this in. Hold on one second. Nope, that was too big. Not sure why I didn't grab this beforehand, but like I said, I don't have a prep crew. So, here we go. Any glass baking dish will do. I'm only making 5, so I'm going to use a smaller one. So here we go. We got it. Okay. Now I need to have a glass of wine. Or drink of my glass of wine, because I had to dig for this casserole dish. So here we go. You're going to take one thigh. And like I said, dark meat is a little bit more tender, easier to eat, you know, and you're just gonna fill it kind of like a taco. See that? You're gonna fill it and just roll it the best way you can, just like that, and then just flip it upside down. So now basically you have a little stuffed thigh. Now I tell you guys and gals, this is a really good one to make because people love it. It's easy, it's quick, and there's not a lot of prep time to it. Okay, so now we have our other thigh here. Doesn't have to be perfect, you just kind of want it to be